Good everyone. I'm very, very sorry for the delay, and sorry. So let's click off for today. So today we'll be focusing mainly. Today is another section whereby we talk about business setup and epic tools. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of things we can actually go about on business aspects, but nevertheless I will try as much as possible to make sure that we go through it as much as we can. So first, for some of you that have been following us for some time, we make a basic discussion on business setup and epic tools. I think we've taken one class whereby we talk about how can you get your business name. And after that, we talk about invoice, how you can generate invoice for your business. And from there, we move to having an app, which that one is under another section entirely. But now, today, we'll be talking more on a different section. We notice that a lot of people are finding a means of building a names, a company name for themselves, a business name for themselves, how to manage the projects, the business, most of the information related to what you are looking for. And that's what I want to focus on today. We won't take much of your time, and as usual, we try as much as possible to make sure it's more of 100% practical. If you have questions, you have heard of our handles, you can work with it. Our website will be live anytime soon, and I promise you it will be easy for us to be able to take more of the class without any headache. So if you have anything for us, probably maybe you think you have things we need to add together, please feel free to drop your comment. So let's do a kick off for today, and without wasting your time, first we'll be focusing mainly on free legal documents. With three major things we'll be talking about today. First is free legal documents. Second is free idea you can use to manage your business. And then the third part that we'll be focusing on is just a free business project and how to generate a business name, business or business name. These are the three major things we'll work on today. And I believe and I trust God that we'll have the best of the best on this project. So let's do a kick off. Now, first aspect. Now, in Nigeria, before I go deep into this today's work, for some of you that are Nigerians, I believe you agree with me at the same time that whether you like it or not, as a Nigerian, there are a lot of things we need for your business or your company or any idea we are trying to bring up to become the best or to become an original thing to work with. So let's look at this. Let's go into some of these basic things that we need to consider, and I believe you will enjoy this at the long run. First, if you're in Nigeria and you want to start a business, I've been to business for a few years, and I think I'm one of the people that have I can easily say more about this field. First, as a Nigerian, you need to have a CAC account number. So first and foremost, you must make sure that you have your CAC account number. So how do you have a CAC account? In Nigerian, it's simple. You have to just go to Corporate Affairs Commission, and then Corporate Affairs Commission will ask you to register. You can do it online or offline. First, you can go online. I think we discussed these two some weeks back. You can go online and then go to their website to reserve a name for, I think, 2,500 or 3,500, about between 2,000. Then after reserving the name, you have some charges to pay. Or you can just pick third-party organization that's what they focus on with their life to do that for you. Majority of them will charge you in Nigeria within 15 to probably 30,000 for business name. Now we are going for a company name or an NGO. Your share capitals play a long role. For the company name, we have two sections. We have the private company name and the limited liability company name. Nevertheless, if you read more, just go to Google, read more. I don't want to, how I put it, talk too much on that line. Now, once you're able to do that, I have a CAC certificate. Trust me, you have already have an edge to have a business name, which means you already have a secure name. Now, before you go for that, there are some things we'll talk on today that will help you to be able to get the best name. Now, after you have that, there are some documents you need to have before you can operate. In Nigeria, to be precise, I think after CAC, you don't really have much documents except you want to brand your logo, you want to brand an icon and the likes. In Nigeria, if you want to give certificate, it's a different ball game. If you want to be issue certificates for people, it's a different ball game. But once you have an account, a CAC certificate, by default, you can open a bank account. Once you have a bank account, then you can practically do anything within the country. But for people that join us out of the country, US, UK, Australia, there are a lot of documents that need to be taken care of, especially when it comes to law practitioner. And here in Nigeria, actually there is a lot of things like that too that need to be done. But because most of the systems don't 100% work, so we intend finding a way around things, and then there is no much effort. For example, now, as a businessman in Nigeria, we are meant to pay tax every month. I think you pay 7.5% of every revenue you get. But I can boldly tell you, every small-scale business don't do that in Nigeria. They practically don't make that payment. Though if they catch you, you pay all the money once you are growing up. It's just a normal thing. That's how Nigeria rules. So, but nevertheless, let's assume that you are starting up, so you don't need to worry about tax in Nigeria. But nevertheless, too, there are some people you will be dealing with that they are not nice at all. I talk about that when we talk about invoice. For someone who missed some of those series, please go to the YouTube. You can actually watch them for free. And very soon we'll have a series on our website that will give you more edge and ability to get every software as you are watching, so that you can follow side by side. So the site should be offload. So if you want to, just go to techtalk.com.nj and you can see the countdown there. I promise you something big is coming. So let's go back to where we are coming from. Now, because of this, you have to make the basic laws and rules and regulations on what exactly you want to do. If I'm selling a clothes, if somebody return my clothes, what is the rule behind it? What system am I building? That's exactly what we'll be talking on today. So if you're selling within the country, make sure you have those. If you don't have it, you are welcome. I will show you one or two places you can go. I think from our end at Logging World Technology, with 20,000, I think to my last time I checked, with 20,000 you should have your, if the price have not changed. I'm not certain, it's not my department anyway. So we are coming to that. So let's go back to where we are. So I think I'll be able to talk about the legal documents we need, and then we talk about how you can manage some of the ideas. So how can you get ideas to start business? For someone who has been following this series, I believe starting business should not be an issue for you. You can actually start building 100 apps for people and make your money. You can actually tell people on how to have an invoice. A lot and more are still coming. So let's click up to our slide as usual, then we'll click on we ride on from there. So now let's talk about the free legal documents. Now there are a lot of legal documents. Most of we Nigerians, we may just need to go through it. It's not necessary we actually read them. Why am I saying that? Because some of them may not actually apply to us in the first place, and majority too are. And they will help you to be able to make a law that is well applicable to you. I don't know if you understand. So that you will not be you will not be giving things that may practically affect you at the long run. So these are some of the documents will be flowing out. So now this is one of the websites which under that is a website that have a documentation of open legal documents. This way you can get plenty collection of free legal documents that you can go through, and then you can play around with. About them one after the other, and let's see what we'll be able to achieve at the end of the whole thing. Okay, so here we use the word free time. Come here, there's a lot of, for example, and search. And just click on search. Now you discover that it will make a little search, and then you give me something, a lot of documents you see on our website. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you now, you're a web designer, you are just a new web designer, you just go into the business, and in your web imagination, you are open and feel like, who copy the present times and condition, go through it if it's applicable, and then we'll be able to move on from there. So of service, I can just click this, and you'll be surprised I'll be able to call Photoshop, Microsoft Word. It's a very long document for this. If you go through and it's okay, just copy. Once you click on find and replace the company with your company name, replace the date with the start date, and then you're good to go. With that, but please try as much as possible to go through the documents, so that you'll be so sure and certain that the documents actually contain what you are looking for. Don't make that mistake. So I think this is okay. This we can leave this and move on. Okay. So there are any fields you are into. I just use web design as I use website design as an example. I can talk about I don't know, maybe designing, just anything. Just sorry for someone who do, please, fans. Don't be so angry that most time I talk about tech. That's what I know most. That's what I do with my life. So if I'm not using your terminology or I'm not dealing something in your feed, just follow in line and search for something in your own feed. So are we together? Are we together? And for the websites, I think we can have the website. You can actually see it under decoru.com. So here now, there's a lot of information here. Are we together? There's a lot of information. So I will try and put this on I'll put a link on the group for some of you that are on WhatsApp. If in case you want to follow us, I will try as much as possible and drop it on both WhatsApp and Telegram now. So with that, you will be able to at least follow the link there and move on. And sorry, 1 minute, please. Okay, for some of you on Telegram, I think I just dropped the link on Telegram, so you can follow the link. You can make your search from there. For some of you on Facebook, on WhatsApp, just in a minute you'll get it. Okay, so you will get it across. You will get it on WhatsApp. Don't worry, very soon. So let's move on. Let's go back to our slide, please. Okay, so now let's talk about the legal documents. So please, there's a lot there. You can get agreements for some of us within Nigeria. If you're outside the country, there's a lot of things you can actually get. Even if you are out of the country, you can get a lot of information on how your company will run. And trust me, when you put all these things, it will allow you to get the best of the best. Why? Why did I say so? Because you are not only giving a law that you think from your head, and is in line with a law of probably most of the time is more of US based law. And I think most of especially the African country, most of the law are still extracted from the US base. I'm not a law student, I may be wrong, but that's just my personal assumption. So, but that's just it. So let's move to the next section of today's class. So the next thing we're talking today is a flow idea management. Now, if you want to go into business, by default, you must have an idea. The issue we have is a lot of people have plenty of idea, but the truth of the matter is they did not know how to manage it. And anything you don't manage, you lose it. It's just a law. Anything you don't manage, you lose it. So we'll talk on how can we go around this, and how can you get your idea to the level whereby you can maximize it to get the best of your idea at any time. And I believe at the end of the class we'll be able to have a way hedge. So let's move on and let's see what we can do. Okay. Well, let's go to the first place where we can actually get our idea. Let's talk about the standing board. Now, this is where you can test your ideas and see whether it works out for you. Now, this is worth your time and money because it allows you to test the idea you have in your mind and then be able to see probably how long will you be able to go. So let's go to javalink.com. Most of the link will be dropped. For someone who is not part of the group, please, I will advise you to do so. That will go a long way for every one of us and to help us to be able to get the best at the long run. Okay. So here, what do we do here? So the only thing we did here is how to move your website. I've not done for a while. So, and these are some of the things you can do there. You can actually have an identify a custom need, the value. Just you can go through them. I've said it from the beginning of this course. I will give you what you need. You have it, put anything, play around with them. So we'll talk more about this. Then I can actually put a specific category on what did I want to do to achieve that particular goal. What did I have in mind I want to do to be able to achieve my task. Let's say my task is to build, let's say I want to start selling clothes. let's say, okay, let me use, because of the situation of country, I decided to be selling food store. Everybody must eat, so food store we always sell. All of us eat today now, so that means whether we like it or not. I can say, okay, my goal is to be able to sell any type of food store, but I'm a copper, or let's say I'm just someone that finished university some years back, service from 2-3 years back, or I've even started over decades of years, but I don't have any serious work, and I want to find a way of thrive within this economy. So I said, let me go into food store. Now I don't have capital, and now if you come to business plan, you can structure rice for people that are a little bit in north region, and said, okay, I'm buying a local rice of, let's say, 5 mudu or 10 mudu. I don't know how much they sell local rice, but I think with 10 mudu, with 6,000, you should be able to see 10 mudu of local rice, or I don't know. Then I decided to go for beans too. Let's say 7 mudu for both. I think 10,000 should be able to cover that. Then I go to a place whereby I market and tell people, I'm selling beans. I'm selling rice and beans. If you want to buy 1 mudu, but you are going to earn more, which means you have to do your business not like a Yoruba man, but like a Igbo man. Every profit you make, you pull it back. I don't want to go into business type for a startup, to be told. So, but nevertheless, so with that now, you'll be able to create a different category of the stages, and then you'll be able to work with that category to move. So it means when you start selling rice for like a month, you target a student environment or a copper like you that you know they must actually buy, or a school nearby that you know someone need it. Or better still, you can even carry your 10,000 naira and enter one village to go and buy half bag of rice, quarter bag of beans. A bag of beans should be within 50 to 60,000. So if you are buying quarter bag, should be around that 10,000, maybe. Maybe half bag should be 25,000. So quarter should be less than 10,000, or 12,000. So you can just buy quarter bag and then start your business. So now what brought me to this long English? Sorry, me that study mathematics, I have plenty. So now what comes to the analysis is you can select your category here. You can really have the test. Show us today. Today is loaded as every other day. So please, this software was very long. When you start following the step, you will hook one place. You don't even know. You will not just leave this thing now tomorrow things. Then all those people who go back and make little research, then you have your way ahead. It's not complicated as we have that. If you look at it now from dashboard here, you have now. I can really tell you that I don't know get the result you are looking for. Because you waste the money you have, you consume the money unnecessarily. As a matter of fact, you know the corner. People start business with 20,000. Their friend come and greet them, they buy rice and beans for him 200 naira. The profit you are making in a month on that business is you think it's even up to that amount if care is not taken. The only thing you are selling, there is the only between your actual profit and your. I don't want to talk more, but this will do the work for you, please. So the second part we talk about is sketch. Now this, one of the things you can do now, you know, after you try to have an expansion board where you expand practically everything you want. You have the problem section, you have the solution section, you have the market output, and now after you're able to work with most of them, not comfortable. I'm not give me a little limit on them. Is this error notes? Let me quickly show you. It's on your phone. You just have to download it on your iPhone. How to use it front and back, and if you're able to do that, then you'll be able to get an app to do that. A phone app as usual, so to be able to run it. Now, what is the work of it? I want to go into app section today so that we'll not waste most of our time and we'll not be able to touch the other parts, and then we'll not get the push. How will I put it? The aim of today's course. So I don't want that to happen. Now, what you do on this is this: it's allowing you to be able to program your days, your business, step by step. So you can note everything per time. Now most of the phones now, for some of you that use more of the recent phone, anything recent, they call it notes. They can do this too. It's just like this one is a little bit well arranged of the soft. They have Android app, they have mobile app. You see, if you can see my screen very well, let me make it a little bit clearer. Now if you can see my screen very well, you see that I have a download option on the top here. You can see my mouse. I have a download option on the top here, so I can download. Consider this is because it's robotic. So no matter the type of business you are going for, it will be able to analyze you on how you can save some money for yourself, how you can note a step and progress you are making, and how you can work towards those progress to make sure that you have the best at the long run. And I'm really saying this, it will be one of the best things that will help you as much as possible, just like a mobile app and a system, a good clarification of this section. So, but for some of us that have been, you can just try it on your own. If you have questions, chat me one-on-one or drop it on the group. So, sorry, I think I disabled people posting on the group because of some incident that happened some weeks back. But maybe every Fridays, we'll try and open the group down so questions can roll in if there's any question. So you can chat any of the admin. Anything you said them, you're actually talking to me. You don't have any issue whatsoever. Trust them the way you trust me. Thank you. And if you have issue, feel free to take in touch. So let's move on from where we are today. Let's go back to our slides. So we've talked about sketch, and we want to move on to the sketch. So let's now that's all about the idea market management. So you can have an idea, you manage your idea. I've given two sources now. For some of you that are focus on mobile phone, you just get this sketch, which is there's a recent name I show us now, Evernote. Download it. They have the free version, they have the pay version. I show you they have the zero. Download it. If you don't have system, manage the phone you have, and then plan what you want. You don't need to wait. As a matter of fact, even if you have system, you still have problems. Or if you have system, you are still complaining the system is not strong enough. So whatever stage you are, challenges is always there. Now what's the key? The key is finding solution at all time to that challenge. Whether you like it or not, there will always be a challenge. It's a must. So okay, so let's go back. So now let's go to the last section of the class for today. The last section of the class for today is how to get a free business and project name generated. Now, I know what I know here would be like, you know, me, I'm just selling clothes. I don't get one. Okay, I have to go to Katako and pack some clothes, or someone will be like, it's just to go and pack some clothes, go to a injection now. You know as it be, I just pick up. Yeah, my brother and my sisters, trust me, you are doing a great job. That's what Nigeria pushes us to be. So you're actually doing a great job. You are doing a great job. I'm saying that. But you can't go far with that. Nobody does. Not in this age. You can only strive to sustain your day-to-day economy or day-to-day feeding. And I'm very, very sure, deep down in your mind, I can guarantee you that's not what you want. You don't actually want to survive or thrive. You actually want to sustain and have enough. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a system working. And that's exactly what we are trying to pull up here, whether you like it or not. So, what am I trying to say? If you are doing that, try to have a name for yourself. And please don't get any wrong name. Get a name that is suitable enough. That's why we say you should register with CAC. Once you have a name, you have a brand. You'll be like, what's the essence? Well, there is a lot of things that are the essence. One of it is you can easily copy you can easily go and get a nylon. Give them, I think if you buy a complete nylon, which normally what you are selling before, you have to give them nylon to pack their clothes, to pack their beverages. Within 1,000, 5,000 naira now, you already start branding yourself. If you are actually selling what you claim you sell, people will look for you. And once people are looking for you, this person will give you the best. And the name you are generating is more of how will I explain? No. You are trying to generate a name which is your and search for any name that comes to your head, and they give you available names and domains that work in that line. So I will work with two domains for the first section, then I will come back then we'll discuss. So first, let's quickly do that. Is it nanimi.com? I will drop it onto the platform as usual. You will get it on most of the platform, don't worry. So you can just walk through them, and they're one of the best. Now, you see this website. What did they do? Let's say I'm a young guy. I know I'm a young guy. So now I'm the origin of TechTalk by God's grace. So let's say TechTalk is what comes to my mind. So let's search for TechTalk. Now, if you are typing, you can put space. You may decide not to put space. So let's say enter. Now, when you put space, in some cases it may give you error. I think no, yeah, it does this. So if you have to search a name without space, you can have a special character on it. So let's say I go for TechTalk without space. Now let's see what happened. Do you see what happened? Here now it generates some name for me. We say TechTalk X. Now it's telling me, showing me I can get the .com.ng, I can get more of this. You see TechTalk O. Now most of these are not looking nice, but when you start looking for domain name, for some of you that are going to get your website, you see now KICKSTART. Now we are talking a lot of things that will say show us something more nice. So let's say now when you have a business in mind, when I come to a place like this, is when you are planning to go live with your business by getting a domain name and register. Now you have to make sure that the domain name is available before you even, and then the CAC name is available, so that both names should be in line. Within line. So here now I have a list of a lot of domain name I can go for. In most cases, most of these domain names may not be cheap. Maybe some of them will be expensive, especially for foreign sites. Another means you can do is go to loginhost.com. Now, loginhost.com is our hosting platform. One of these days we'll come and talk about it. It's one of the most reliable hosting platforms. It's an SSD hosting platform. For some of you that know what SSD is, if you don't know, just do a little Google online. If I search, it will automatically check anything related to the name you typed. It is coming ng. So we'll come back and see what is coming. So here now I know .com is available, and you can just check anything. Let's say my name is Bisola. I can just put Bisola and check if it is if it will be available. Bisola, I think I'm right. So you can use your name. You can just combine your two names together and check if it is available. And then from here you'll be able to see whether it's available. If you're in solar.com, not available. If you're in solar.com.ng, it's not available. It's only .org, .school, and you can scroll down to see more. .org is not even available. It's only .com.ng that's available. Once that is available with that name, that's a sample of the first page site I show you. You see now business.biz is available, business.gov.ng, and you can check more, and you can see how to cut. You can chat and do the likes. Okay. Okay, this is still taking a while. Then under pro startup, as you are just starting up your business. Smart Business is one of the best, one of our platforms you should try as much as possible to subscribe to. The smart on both pages. So find a website similar to the one you want to create. But first, you want to take a web design class. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. So this websites now, you can actually come here. Like, let me go to, you see a lot of things you can do. We'll probably take a class on this one of these days. You can manage your project and task management. You can do all the mixing feature projects. You can manage tasks. You can manage video meeting. You can have user timing. You can trim finances. This is a ball game. This is like terms and condition, and we discuss how you can generate terms and conditions today. So that won't be an issue. So you see, we have the zero package, which I think the zero package you can have unlimited of almost all these things, and then we have the pay package, which is a very pretty cheap money for the services you are looking for. You can know how much they are coming, how much is left. So I don't want to be able to walk around with your domain names and the likes. Okay, we'll be able to discuss about the hosting, we talk about generate. Then what? For someone that is looking for generating a unique short word or a short keyword, or where you can steal, did I use the word steal? Pick word from. So let's quickly check that. Our time is spent, and try my best to make sure we cover as much as we can. Okay. The next one, then edit the pattern and the like. So if I click on create down, if you're not current search, so here I can understand. Please try as much as possible to give a name that is readable, understandable, and unique. Some weeks back, someone within asked me that why is it that some people use a different characters like short word in their name? It's just for uniqueness, so that when you want to register for anything, you won't be struggle to fight for it. If you use a general term or a general name, my brother, you are just deceiving yourself. You see, doesn't okay? Doesn't matter is a general term. People have been registered that name before you even remember you want to. You are just advertising for the person in most cases. Or you want to have a designer, website, unique name. and I will advise you to maximize the privilege you are having now. As you have chance to have this privilege, well, I've gone far. That's the truth. So I pray and I hope you go far, far more than what you can even reach. So that's that, by the way. Now, please try as much as possible. Try as much as possible to make the name shorter and meaningful. So when you are designing your name too, you will have to have a logo. I think we talked about branding before, so to get your logo will not be an issue for you now. If you don't know how to do that, please follow the past video. Thank you. Okay, so I think I'll do justice to this. It's just for you to generate a random name, nothing more. So let's talk about how to generate names. So we've talked about, I think we've talked practically about everything. Okay, let's talk about the generate business name generation. Okay, let's go talk about these two parts, and then we call it a day. And if you have questions, we're willing to take your questions. Don't worry, we are working on a lot of things. Once second semester, once the next year, first semester next year kick off, there's a lot of things that will be available. We are working on having. What business do you want to do? I don't know. I've lost that. Okay. You see what we have on school now? Plenty. School Creative, School Link, School Master, plenty that you don't even think of. Now, I'm very important license word well. Work with them. Discussion with them to domain. I've done it all my life, but I don't want to go into that field now. One of these days we'll have chance to talk on that field, so that people can remember it easily. If I tell you now, www.com, will you easily forget? TechTalk, will you easily forget? But as you say the name, is a complete sentence that you can even put comma in between. So now, a lot of people have that issue because scholarship group. You can just type it and you will see it will break it down for you and let you have a good short word you can use. So let's say, okay, instead of love, what is the long name? See what happened now? Badword.tech in the first place. Bad.word, badword.com, bad.tech. You see how he solved the entire like that. No, all of them must be available. Bad.technology have been taken. Are you kidding me? For bad computer, so there's bad to computer. Whoa. Nothing we won't see in this world. But nevertheless, you see, that's just it. So when you have an idea that is even bad too, try securing it to be name. You want to still for your hand. So you have that the system taking, so it's very cheap. I can guarantee you that we have one of the most reliable hosting company. I think we are one of the first and the only SSD hosting company whereby we can relax and say we are done with this. So please, if you have any questions, you can keep them rolling. You can drop them on Telegram now. I will attend to it as soon as possible within a short while. The only question that we have on Telegram have been answered. I'm not fully connected to the WhatsApp now, so if you drop a message on WhatsApp, we still get answered.